How to update Airtable records using Zapier. I'm going to show you how to set this up from scratch. Every click right on screen. Open your browser and go to zapier.com. Sign in if you aren't already. I'm already signed in, so the dashboard loads right up. Click the big Create button in the top left corner, then choose Zaps. A new Zap editor opens, and the first thing you see is the trigger step sitting right in the center. Click it. On the right, a search bar appears. Type the name of the app that sends the updated data. I'll use Google Forms for this demo. Select Google Forms from the list. Now pick the trigger event. You'll see a couple of options, but you want New Form Response, not the older one. I always use New Form Response. Click Continue. If you haven't connected your Google account yet, Zapier prompts you to sign in now. Do that, then choose the specific form and spreadsheet from the drop-downs. Click Continue again. Zapier pulls in sample data. You'll see fields like name, email address, and whatever else your form collects. Give it a second. Once the sample loads, you'll see real values from a recent submission. It tells you the trigger is wired up correctly. Now test it. Click Test Trigger. If Zapier doesn't find any sample data, go create a new form response real quick, come back and test again. You need that sample data to map fields later. Once it succeeds, you'll see a green check mark and the fields populate. Now we need to find the existing Airtable record. Click the plus button right below the trigger step. A search bar opens. Type Airtable, select it, and then for the action event, choose Find Record. Click Continue. Connect your Airtable account if you haven't already, then pick your base and the table where your records live. I'm using a base called Customer Data and a table named Contacts. The next field is where most people get it wrong. It's the Search by Field dropdown. You have to pick a field that uniquely identifies each record. I use email address because it's almost always unique per person. If your table has duplicate emails, Find Record will update the first match it finds, which might not be the one you want. So pick something you know is unique, a customer ID, a record ID, anything that won't match multiple rows. Under that, you map the value from your trigger. In my case, I mapped the email address from the Google Forms step straight across. Click Continue. Now test the Find Record step. Click Test Step and watch the result. If it finds a match, you'll see the record's data appear, fields, values, and a record ID that starts with rec. That's the internal Airtable ID we need next. If it says no record found, check your search field and sample data. I've had this fail because the email in the form had a typo and didn't match anything in Airtable, so double check that. With the record found, we add the update. Click the plus button below Find Record. Search Airtable again, select it, and this time choose Update Record. Click Continue. Select the same base and table as before. Now here's the part where one wrong click breaks everything. For the record field, you must choose the record ID from the Find Record step. Do not type anything manually. The dropdown will show something like Find Record in Airtable, Record ID. Pick that. If you accidentally use an ID from the trigger, the update will fail because Airtable won't recognize it. I've done that plenty of times. Below that, map the fields you want to update. Only the fields you map here get changed. Everything else stays untouched. I'll map first name, last name, email address, and order total from my form. You can leave fields blank if you don't want to update them. One thing to watch, Zapier shows every field from your Airtable table, even ones you don't use. Just ignore the ones you don't need. Click Continue. Test the update. Click Test Step and Zapier sends the update to Airtable. You'll see a success message with the updated values. Now open Airtable in another tab and go to that record to confirm. The new information should be there and the record ID stays the same, so you know it was an update, not a new record. Before publishing, scroll back up and give your Zap a descriptive name. I call mine Update Airtable from Google Forms. The default name is just garbage, rename it so you can find it later. Then review the whole flow real quick. Trigger pulls in form data. Find Record locates the right row. Update Record pushes the changes. If anything looks off, click into the step and adjust the mappings. Once it's solid, hit the Publish button. The Zap goes live. To do a final test, submit a new form response right now. Wait about a minute, then open Airtable. The record should update automatically. If it does, you're all set. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment saying it was helpful. Comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.